Merry Christmas everyone, and belated Happy Thanksgiving. Today I want to show you how to display multiple time zones on an XFCE desktop. So, what is the application I'm going to use? Oh, I was just doing caroling. Okay, let's see. tzclock. tzclock is the way to go, and it's, well, over here it shows it's on Ubuntu Linux, but don't worry, Pacman has it. So, how do you search it? Okay, so sudo pacman ss tzclock, and I'll just type in my password. There we go. tzclock is over here. It is installed for me. All you have to do to install it is just sudo pacman s tzclock. Okay, and this is just reinstalling it for me. I didn't uninstall and reinstall it, but yeah. That's just installations, very fast. You should be able to find it within your Arch repositories as well. But this is for Manjaro, so yeah. How do you start tzclock? Okay, so to get tzclock, just start your XFCE terminal, or you just go here, time zone clock. TZ stands for time zone clock is just here, and you can move it around. This one's in PST. And you can open multiple instances of tzclock, so you can have many different time zones that you want. You can have one for West Coast, one for East Coast, and you can display as many time zones as you want. And that's the nice thing about tzclock. Okay, so let's do the time zones. Time zones is on the top thing, and then you can top menu, I guess. Then you can go here. For example, if you want this to be New York time, you just scroll down and do it here. If you want this to be in the UK or in Nigeria, you can do it here. So go Africa, and then you go to Lagos. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. So this is how you display multiple time zones from East and the West Coast. Okay, and to lock the clock, because now you can move it around, you want it to stay in a place and not move around as a desktop widget should. You can just go to Preferences, and you go to Always on Top, Always Visible, and Lock Position. These are some of the things you can actually select here. And if you want to be always visible, then you can do this. You can just lock the clock as follows. I don't know whether there are any keyboard shortcuts for this, but that's what you do. Always on top, always visible, and lock position. So yep, so that will cause this to be always on top. If you don't want that, you can just toggle it off. It's really up to you. And of course, last but not least, I want to show you how to resize. Well, second last anyway. Okay, there are two ways to resize. One is that you go to Preferences. You go to Preferences and View. There's a Zoom In, Zoom Out, and Zoom Max. So I can just make this Zoom Max, and it will be here. I can again go on the Preferences and like move it around. So you can use the menu bar here under View, or you can use these three Control I, Control O, and Control X. So Control X is for max, in and out. Control I and O is for zoom in and out. So I can just do zoom out, Control O, and then it will do this. Control I, it will do this. Control X, it will do this. Yeah, Control X. Okay, and I can do the same for this. I just click on this, and then I'll do a Control I, Control O. Yeah, it's very takes a while. I mean, just need to find the buttons. And last but not least, how do you close the tzclock? Okay, closing tzclock is very simple. You can either look at your bar here and close all. If you want to close them individually, you just Control Q or quit for this one. Control Q, Control Q, and Control Q. Right, that's all there is. I mean, there are lots of functions for tzclock. You can go and explore. But this is a very nice, handy tool if you want to have all these multiple time zones on your computer. See ya!